Welcome to your morning goss, where we can chit chat about our favorite housewives, Bravo Lebs, what mess did they get into while you start your day, have your caffeine, or, maybe you're having your lunch. Anyways, we got some stuff to cover. So let's get into it. Subscribe, get your girl to 500, and let's chat. All right. Giselle apparently is not just beefing with the ladies of Potomac, but she has been beefing with Caroline Brooks from Dubai. Now, this wasn't recent. This was apparently not the last BravoCon, but the previous BravoCon, where I believe they were introducing Dubai, or Dubai was already out there at that time. But anyways, apparently Jizzy G was not very nice to Caroline Brooks. Like, what the heck, Giselle? You're supposed to be an OG and like welcoming these new housewives to the sisterhood. Meanwhile, Giselle was apparently not so nice to Caroline. Now, Caroline, apparently, after this whole Giselle not being nice to Carolyn, much later, Carolyn and what's his name, Jason Cameron from Summer House went on a date to Carbone. But sometime after that, Jason, of course, we saw him with Gizelle Bryant on Real Housewives of Potomac. And in the page six interview, Caroline Brooks did shade Giselle, how she can, I don't know, have my pasta after or sloppy seconds, something to that extent. It is a pretty funny interview. And Caroline Brooks, she's one of our shadier housewives. Like, I would love these two at the next BravoCon in 2025 to be on a panel and just like shade each other. Now, Caroline Brooks didn't really say what the shade was about, just that not Caroline, Giselle wasn't very nice to her in the conversation that they had. Also, speaking of this Jason Cameron guy, are there like these housewives, are there not other men in the whole wide world that they can date, that they have to somehow share men within the Bravo universe? Like, there's that captain from one of the below deck shows. I think like Countess Luann and a bunch of other women went on a date with him. And now this James Cameron guy, I think he's from Winter House. I don't know if I just said Summer House. He's from Winter House. He is now being passed around. I mean, good for you, women. If you are using these men for whatever needs you need, good for you. In Gizelle Bryant's case, when he was on Potomac, let's be real. No one believed that this man and Gizelle Bryant were dating. Now, back to Giselle shading Caroline Brooks at two BravoCons ago. I just don't understand Giselle. Like, look, guys, if you look like this, you already won the genetic lottery. What are you mad about? Why are you shading people left and right for no reason? I want Giselle to open her mouth and say, let us know. Did Caroline do something to her or say something to her in order for her to be mean to Caroline? Or this was Giselle just being Giselle? I may have said it in another video before. I probably did when I talked about Pastor Holy Bleep getting engaged recently. I really think Giselle was, she was pretty all her life. She probably got praised for the way she looks. And then this man, the way he cheated on her, it probably left a mark on her. And now she behaves the way she does. She just looks so angry and bitter all the time. Like, lady, just enjoy your life. And we don't need to see a revolving door of men that are not really your man in Real Housewives of Potomac. Look, guys, baby gorgeous, Miss Lisa Barlow, she stays winning. She has a partnership with Wendy's. I believe this is like her second or third or maybe even fourth partnership with Wendy's, and it's for their new saucy nuggets. I don't know if they're spicy or not. And then, of course, her big thing is Diet Pepsi. So she, I don't know, and you could go see the video. I think it's so smart. I really think housewives are a, what's the word I'm looking? before. They're essentially a means for marketing, and I've said it before, women, who's buying all the products? Who is Bravo's key viewer? For in my head, it is a mom running a household. Maybe she has a corporate 9 to 5. So, she's a mom with means. She's buying everything from household goods to food to beauty products. And Bravo is honestly such a machine, a behemoth for marketing when it comes to these brands. So, baby gorgeous, Lisa Barlow, thanks for letting us know Wendy's has new nuggets. All right, this article that came out on Vulture, The Last Inappropriate Man on Television, How Andy Cohen Survived Reality Reckoning, at least for now. It is a very long article. You will be scrolling for a while, so I encourage you all to read this article. It was very well written, and they cover a number of different topics. I would say, grab a snack, grab a nice drink, sit. I don't know, it's nice weather out right now. Sit on your patio and scroll through reading this article. I'm not going to go in debt and cover all of it, but there were a couple things that stood out to me. They do poke a little bit of fun at what's her face at what is this? They do poke fun at Bethany Frankel, and I'm just thinking, oh my God, guys, why is this coming out? Bethany currently is busy making 20 posts a day when it comes to Chanel. It's been like, I don't know, I think 2 weeks at this point. Someone check on Bethany if she's still making Chanel posts. I don't know, but let Bethany be on her merry way in whatever new initiative she picked for the week, the month. Don't remind her about the reality reckoning, because I feel like we had a number of lawyers just slamming Bravo and Andy coming out with like new suits, and then it like kind of died off a little bit. And then I think it died off a bit because Bethany is doing other Bethany things. I'm just kidding. I don't really know why. I'm sure there's going to be another bursts of suits coming up. Who knows? So they touch upon RHONY, Ebony, the suits, Bethany Frankel's reality reckoning, how Andy is a feminist. It's a great launching pad for women to launch their businesses, showcase their businesses, and he goes to bed thinking, "Oh, did I see something wrong?" Like he's kind of waiting for the other shoe to drop. And the main thing that I really got from it was the execs are betting on Andy, and he is the face of Bravo. Now, obviously, there's other people on the network that they could utilize when it comes to their branding, but the relationship between Andy and Bravo is going strong. Now, if you're wondering why do I have a picture of Marlo, I don't really have a news story for you guys. I just really wanted to share this beautiful pic of Marlo. Whatever she is doing, the face it is snatched. It is giving her outfits. Marlo, thank goodness, is one of the few housewives. She really does know how to dress. She is fashion, darling. Till this day, I have no idea what she does. Obviously, the townhouse, I think she said the billionaire paid it off for her. So I'm assuming she just pays for, I don't know, maybe property taxes and maintenance and whatnot. But she was recently at the Atlanta Meals on Wheels gala, and she did have a speaking engagement. And obviously, she's not returning to the Real Housewives of Atlanta for the upcoming season. She went from being a friend of a number of years to finally getting a peach, which was like a big deal for her. And she just like did too much. She threw everything in the kitchen sink when she was a full-time housewife, and now she's like no longer part of the show, not even a friend of. But I think she said in an interview somewhere, I don't know if it was with Carlos King or who she did an interview with, but she makes her money off of like being an influencer. And if she does, like good for her. Like she has, great fashion, great style. She is always decked out in designer, and she of course has La Archive. Last I heard, she won a couple contracts with Netflix to I guess, style a couple shows. So good for her. Our girl Marlo, looking snatched, looking beautiful, and that's that. Something about her, what's next? Well, and the breakout star, guys, unpopular opinion, or maybe this is a popular opinion. I don't know. You guys can come for me. I really don't care. I'm not really a fan of Anne. I find her kind of annoying, the whole like cutesy girl shtick. And she's apparently like much older than we think. And she used to be on The Office at some point. I'm not really into that. I feel like if you're a grown woman, like act like a grown woman. You know, no one's saying you need to be all mature and stuff. But the whole cutesy girl stick shtick, it's a little annoying to me. But anyways, good for Anne. She went from the office to Tom's assistant, buying batteries and pens. I will never look at batteries and pens the same way again. Like every time I look at a pen, I'm like, ugh, Tom, more batteries, more pens. To somehow doing their accounting, bookkeeping. There's going to be a video on Tom and the house. I'm going to post for you guys later today. So like tune into that. It's just too long of a conversation to talk about it on your morning goss here. In my morning segments, I try to keep it a little bit lighter and move move on with the stories a little bit quicker. Anyways, what's next for something about her? Could there be a show following Ariana, Katie, obviously Anne now works there. Oh yeah, I like lost my train of thought. She went from working with or for Tom to doing admin stuff, but then also like buying stuff and then also cleaning up their kitchen to then working for Ariana. And now she is at something about her. I don't think she's like the one making like the sandwiches and stuff. I think she's doing other stuff for the restaurant. And it would be kind of cool, like something about her spinoff. Ariana, Katie, what are they up to? Two girl bosses. We can also see Anne. And then we can add in, maybe two other girls in their orbit, either related to the work at something about her or just other girl bosses, and that could be like a really cool show. And then maybe we'll even see Ariana and Katie beef it out with Penny because Penny, the chef who helped them out with the menu, she's been talking a lot of smack. So who knows? It could be something in the works. There's a lot of things up in the air when it comes to Vanderpump Rules, the cast, and all that. All right, let's talk Bridgerton. Season 3, which they just aired last month. It's going to be part 1, which aired, which was only 4 episodes, and then part 2 should be coming up very soon, sometime this month, I believe. And season 3 was about Penelope, and from the Bridgerton family, it was about Colin. And by the way, oh my God, what's her name? Nicola. She's like in her late 30s, but look how young she looks. See, when you are unproblematic, you will be rewarded by aging well. But that's not what I'm here to talk about. So, obviously, season 3 was about Colin from the Bridgerton family. And season 4, is it going to be about Benedict? Now, Benedict, in this season, we saw him, spoiler alert, we saw him with an older lady. She is a divorcee, darling. So who knows? Maybe season 4, we can expect the story of Benedict chasing after this older lady. Maybe they can showcase how faux pas it is, or maybe he ends up with a debutante. Are they called debutantes? I don't know what they're called, but I don't know. Or he goes with a younger gal who is less taboo and more age appropriate. Who knows? But selfishly, I want to see the story of Eloise. Eloise has been embroiled in the drama pretty much all seasons. I want to see her date. I want to see her talking smack to the guy she goes on a date with because she's like one smart cookie. She sees right through everything. She's not like, oh my God, I want to get married and settle down. And why should she? lives with her family. She enjoys her family. We see her having fun with her siblings, and she just wants to like read her books. She just wants to like go out with the gals. I selfishly want an Eloise season, but Eloise, if we do get an Eloise season, I think they're gonna give her a makeover. I don't know who's working behind the scenes in the makeup and hair department at Bridgerton, but the glow up that the main characters get, wow, it is an art form. I don't know what they do to their faces, what facials they're getting, the hair, everything. So I imagine if there is a Eloise season, we would see her get a makeover just like they gave Penelope. Anyways, y'all, that is the good goss for this morning, your morning goss. Definitely subscribe. There's going to be a ton of more videos coming out today. There's just always a lot of mess to discuss, which we love. Come on. And I will catch you all later.